Hello everyone. In this video I'm going to just do a revision of few questions on K-map. Okay, so second PUC, it's a quite important question and many papers it has been asked. So we will just see quickly what it is. Here I'm going to just tell you how the K-map questions will be like this. Okay, they would have given you the variables and the values like this, and you need to draw the K-map. And generally the marking scheme is like this: with the labeling you get 2 marks, grouping is 1 mark, and the extraction of terms and reduction and the output is again 2 marks. So this scheme may change according to the particular exam, but you have to, maybe this 2 will be combined and just given 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks for map and grouping, and for the reduction it might be 2 marks, and for the output it might be 1 mark. Okay, but whatever it is, now we will quickly look at one problem and see how, as a refresher course, we will just see how it works. And one more thing you need to remember in K-map is, see, if your problem is like this, okay, that is f of say w, x, y, z, whatever is given, and then a sigma is used. Okay, you remember, sigma is used, then it is sum of products. Okay, so you should mark it as 1. Generally this is only asked, many a times this is only asked, but sometimes just to confuse you all, they may ask you the product of sums. Then pi will be given. If pi is given, it is POS, and you should not mark 1 in cells. Okay, you should not mark 1 in cells. Instead you should mark 0 in the cells. This is clear. So for this, the marking will be like this. Okay, there will be 4 cells, isn't it? So you should mark it as 0, 0, the same thing as what you do for this. For this you will mark it as 1, 1, 1, but for this you should mark it as 0, 0, 0. So if pi is there, if sigma is there, please mark it as 1. This is clear. Okay, now quickly we'll look at one problem in K-map. So here I have F, A, B, C, D, 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 11 and 13 and 15. Okay, so here I'm going to just show you how to do the marking. You would have already learned this, but as a quick refresher, here I have put A, B and C, D. The first step is to see what variables we have. If we have PQRS, please put it as PQRS. Yes, so here we have A, B, C, D. So I'm just marking here everywhere has A, B, and here I'm going to mark it as C, D. Okay, after this I'm going to put the complement, first both complement, A complement, B complement, then A complement, then B complement, and here C complement, D complement, here C complement, and here D complement. So after we do this, we have to put the numbers. So it will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then we leave this row. Okay, then we go to that row, remember that, 8, 9, the last row 10, then 11. Okay, then you go to 12, 13, 14 and 15. So we do all this marking and we do the grouping, we get marks. Yes, so next I'm going to take these numbers. Okay, so first I have what? 1, then I have 2, 3, 5, 7, okay, 8 is here, then I have 9, and here 11 is there, and then I have 13, and then 15. So I have done with my marking. Okay, now we should do the grouping. So grouping, always you have to remember, first you have to group the octet. If any octet is, if 8 adjacent cells are there, so you can very clearly see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. First always remember the order. It is octet, then it is quad, quadrilateral, you have learned in school, isn't it? 4 sides. Okay, and then pair. Pair is how much? 2. Octet, octopus, you learned, isn't it? Like that. Yes, so here I'm going to mark this. Okay, so I mark it and I write like this, octet 1, because I don't know how many octets I have, but here only one octet is there, octet 1. And then you can see this is overlapping. Now single cell also is there. I can just simply mark this as one cell, but I shouldn't do that. Always it should go in this order: octet, quad, pair, and last only we will put single cell. Please remember that. So I can't simply mark it as single cell here. Okay, so I have to take this and mark it as one pair. Okay, so I'll have to mark this as one pair. Yes, so I can write it as pair 1, and here one more pair is there down. So I will write it as pair 2. This is clear? Yes, after we do so much, what we are going to do is, now we have to reduce this expression. We have got 3 expressions now. One is octet, one is pair, and one is pair 2. So you write the octet first. You can write in any order you want. Octet. We are going to take A complement, B complement, and where is this one on the top? We have C complement D. Isn't it? A complement, B complement, C complement D. Then we have to write the second one. What is that? A complement, B complement, then CD. So this will be same. For this 2, this will be same. Okay. So it will be now A complement B, C complement D. Next one it will be A complement B, CD. Here it will be AB, okay, C complement D, and then you have AB again, same thing, CD. The next one, what it will be? It will be this one, AB complement, and here what you have? C complement D. Again you will write AB complement, then what you have here? CD. So this is, we are going to reduce. So how are we going to reduce? Simple. Here 8 terms are there. So complement can be put like this or like this. Some exam paper they would give like this, don't get confused. So you have A complement here, you have one more A here. So A complement has changed to A. Here also A complement. So everywhere A complement has changed, even one change happens, it's enough. Okay, so it is changing. Again B complement, somewhere you are finding B, that is also changed. But what is remaining same? C complement also has become C, but D is same in all the cells. D has not changed to D complement. So answer here will be D. Is this clear? Yes. So we have one term. Now we have to write the pair 1. What is pair 1 for me? Pair 1 will be A complement, B complement, and then I have CD, and then you have A complement, B complement, same thing, and then what you will have right here? CD complement. Now what has happened here? This 2 is same. Here also A complement, here also A complement, not changed to A. Here also it is B complement, is the same. C is also same, but D has become D complement. So we should not write this. Is it clear? Now we will see pair 2. What is pair 2 for me? Pair 2 is here. So it will be AB complement, and then C complement, D complement. Then again I will write the same thing, AB complement, C complement D. So now A is same, B complement is same, C complement is same, but D has become D complement. So we will not take that. This is clear. So we have got 3 expressions now. 1, 2 and 3. So what is the answer? Answer is simply the sum of products. Sum means addition, you should know. So just add this, D plus A complement, B complement, C plus AB complement, C complement. This is all the answer is. This is clear. Just write AB complement, C complement. Don't go to reduce it or don't go to take common and all those things. Just leave it so much. Okay. So you get full 5 marks for this. Now I will tell you a verification. Don't do the verification, you won't get 5 marks. You have to do the steps completely. So verification is whether this answer is correct or not. How to do that I'll tell you. It's one trick. Then you get full marks. Now we have marked here everything, isn't it? Now you just consider this. Here A complement has become A. Okay, B complement has become B. Yes. So AB complement, it cannot happen in this octet. Here C complement has changed to C. Only D is remaining. So you get D. Yes. The second thing you can do is here. This is AB complement. So for both AB complement is there. Okay. Here it is C complement, and D complement has become D. So for both AB complement is there. So you will write AB complement as it is. And C complement is also same. It is not changed. But whereas D has changed to D complement. So that is also there. And now here if you see, you have A complement, B complement. This is one row. So you will write as it is A complement, B complement. And here C is same here for this cell and this cell. but D has become D complement. So can you see that this answer and this answer is matching? Then you know your K-map is correct. You get 5 marks. Yes, please remember this. Okay, so I got one more sum for K-map. Here, I have written one more sum here. So here, I've already marked everything. See this, why I'm showing you this is because it shows you the overlapping, map rolling. Okay, that one had overlapping, this has map rolling. See here, it is 2, here it is 4, 5, 6, 7, then we have 8, 10, and 12, 13, 14 and 15. So very clearly you can see here, you can take this as quad 1, quad 2 and then again quad 3. Don't do that. What is the order that I told you? Look for octet, then quad, and then we are going for pair and then a single cell. Okay, so you have to remember this order when you are marking. So here, what is the octet that we get? If you see immediately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cells are there. Okay, and then there you have a map rolling. You can see here the adjacent cell here. This is 4 and this is 4. Can you see this? So it is like I have rolled it like this. I have turned it like this, so that this 4 and this 4 has become an octet. So this is called as what? It is known as map rolling. So if you get like this, you please do like this. Okay, so you are reducing the terms. The idea of K-map is to reduce the terms. So we got here one octet, octet 1, and we got here one octet, okay, octet 2. Now here what is important is you shouldn't get confused. Okay, so here what we're going to do is, see here, like last time as I told you, if you take the octet 1, that means leave out the thing, only this box you concentrate. If you see here, A complement has become A, isn't it? But B is remaining unchanged in these two cells. So we have the B here. And if you see here, C complement has become C and D complement has become D. So octet 1 value will be B for us. But if you write like this, you won't give you marks. Remember, this is only checking purpose. Octet 2. So I have rolled it like this. So when I roll it also, if you see here, A complement, B complement I have. Okay. Again A complement has become A here and B complement has become B in this, if you see. And here C complement has become C, but D complement remains same, isn't it? So the answer for this will be what? B plus D complement. This will be the final answer. This is one trick. Please understand this. Okay. So this is one trick. You have to know this. So this is one way of checking. But you have to be careful. After marking correctly, you will be able to do this. So you have done this B plus D complement. This is the answer. But if you write like this, you will not get any marks. I'm telling you again and again. You have to do you have to solve the complete problem. So then only you get marks. So for this, what will you write? Now we will check whether what we have got is correct or not. So here you have octet 1 and octet 2. Okay. So I'm going to write the value here. Is it clear? So I'm just going to write the value here. It is A complement, B complement. Now I'm going to take this C complement, D complement. Again, I will take this A complement B, C complement, D complement. Then I will take A, B, okay, C complement, D complement. Again, I will write A, B complement, C complement, D complement. Is this clear? Now it is 8. Octet means 8. So 8 terms should be there. So I will again write A complement, B complement. So this side I have to take C, D complement. Okay. And then I will take this A complement, B, C, D complement. Again you have A, B, C, C, D complement. And then you have A, B complement and C, D complement. So if you see here also, A complement has become A here. So we cannot take A. Okay. We cannot take B also because B complement has become B. But C complement has also turned to C. But D complement is same everywhere. So we got this D complement. This is what we got here also. Isn't it? Yes. So, okay, this is octet 2, sorry, here. This is octet 2. Okay, so for octet 2, the overlapping one I have done first. So here we got D complement, it is same. Now for octet 1, you check it out. For that, what will you write? A complement B, and what is there on the top? C complement D complement. Again you will write this C complement D, then A complement B C D, A complement B C D complement, and then we have A B C complement D complement, again A B C complement D. This is just cross multiplying, okay? Then you have A B C D, and then you have A B C D complement. So is this clear? So here also A complement has become A, B is same everywhere, so you will write the B, C complement has become C, and D is also changed. So you are left with this. So what will you write? Final answer, B plus D complement. Can be in any order. So that is the answer. Okay. So hope you understood this. So this is some of the problems that is being asked frequently. And here one more thing that I was telling you was this. See here, if it is given as WXYZ, mark here as WX comma YZ. This has to change here. Okay, remember that and do. Okay, do well in the exam. All the best.